It's been a weird year, folks. I've made some weird videos. I shot a baby. Measles! Mumps! Maybe we should end 2020 on a wholesome note. What do you say?
Oh my god! That's the most awful thing I've ever done.
So I was having a Friendsgiving meal with my friend Zyla Foxland. She's what you would call a boat girl. She's kind of like a horse girl, only instead of horses, it's boats. Anyways, I bought one of those electric carving knives and this happened.
Alan, I'm sorry. Just it's sort of cutting. See, yeah, see, it can cut. It's not my fault, okay?
That is unacceptable. It is the year of our Lord 2020. We live in the future, and in the future, people have vibroblades. You know, those sci-fi swords or knives or even axes that vibrate so fast that they can cut through anything like butter. And it's not even that unrealistic. In real life, we have ultrasonic cutters. They have blades that vibrate at least 20,000 times per second, and they're used in industry to cut things like plastic, pastries, and they actually can cut through steel like butter, but they're incredibly complicated and expensive. Now, the only guy that I know of who has made a real-life ultrasonic blade goes by the name This Old Tony on YouTube, and if you haven't heard of him, make sure you check him out. He does a lot of cool metalworking stuff, machining, welding, which is even more impressive considering he was born without a body. That's right, he's actually just a pair of hands. And wouldn't you know it, me and him and a bunch of other maker YouTubers are having a Maker Secret Santa, and that's why I'm in this Harbor Freight right now, because we're only allowed to spend $75 on our gifts. So let's see if I can make a sci-fi weapon for this old Tony that costs the same as 15 pumpkin spice lattes. A pneumatic air hammer only costs $13? I truly do not understand how this store works. They might as well give it away for free. Now the sword is definitely free because it's left over from when I tested to see if a White Walker could actually break a steel sword. And my buddy Rob is doing all the metalworking for me because he's a huge fan of This Old Tony. What a sucker. Seriously though, Rob's channel's in the description. You're welcome, Rob. Happy holidays. An air hammer is not the fastest tool, 4,500 beats per minute, but it is powerful, and we're gonna need that power to be able to move an entire sword blade. Are you gonna cut the box?
I'm gonna try to cut the box.
That's why you need the handle. It's like a cake. This goes on. My God. I don't know, let's see what happens, I guess, right? You just pull the trigger. And then, oh my God. Oh no.
Did you run out of gas?
Yes, the flow, this thing takes so much air. Look, you can see the dial. As soon as I pull the trigger, oh, ooh. Wait, this thing here, is this a suspicious thing that's happening?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm messing up your shot.
First thoughts.
Well, no, it definitely doesn't cut very good at all. Honestly, this thing's probably better at stabbing than cutting. Because the sort of the air hammer motion is going that way. I'm gonna stab for a fatter part of this thing. That's someone's fence. You can't just be knocking gourds into people's fences. You're picking that all up. I hope you know that. Oh. In this scenario, the guy is already lying on the ground, and this is just the coup de grace, right? Let me see if I can stab this guy here. So like, there! It's going!
You absolute savage.
Well, that's the most awful thing I've ever done. That sort of air hammer effect, it is definitely doing something, if only just stabbing and not for cutting, really. The blade might be better if it was like serrated for that kind of
Yeah.
The sword just doesn't cut, you know, the way that I wanted it to. And I just wanted to impress this old Tony with my friend's welding skills. Oh, I should have put water in that. Tony's the one that's a skookum, right? At this point, I'm gonna have to make him a new gift, but there's no way I have time to do that. I mean, I'm gonna need a Christmas miracle. Oh, it couldn't be that simple. Oh! Oh no! Oh, I don't like how the sound is changing. It really should just be one sound. It shouldn't be a sound that turns into a different sound. My oscillating multi-tool tops out at about 300 strokes per second, which is more than twice as fast as an air hammer, but still about 100 times slower than an actual ultrasonic blade. Of course, you get what you pay for, and honestly, this thing still looks more like the Mandalorian's vibroblade than an actual ultrasonic blade does. We've got a lovely test meal here, and remember, the vibroblade goes on the right side of the... It vibrates a lot, Jesus. Our first course is bread. Now bread, normally you take a knife to it and you push down and it kind of does this really sad kind of squishy thing. Okay, here, oh God, oh, all right, it's straightened out. Let's see if we can cut a slice of bread off for ourselves. Oh! That actually, when you just push it in and it just goes in. You just don't even have to put any weight. Look at this. I can move the bread into the blade and it just goes right through. That's actually, honestly, I could probably sell this on late night television, an infomercial. This is actually great. Now this is the serrated version. I did also make a smooth brain version. So I'm gonna just see if the smooth knife does anything. If this one works, it's gonna be a lot more similar to actual sonic blades than the serrated one. The serrated one's really more like a saw, but it'll get the job done. But I'm kind of wondering if the, oh God, okay, hold on. I need to see if this will shake first really badly. Oh, you know, that's acceptable. Woo! That looks pretty good too. Once it gets in, wow. Let's take a look at that. Oh my God, all right, so it kind of has a hard time, but once it gets in, once it kind of finds purchase, and it goes right through. I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, this is Redemption. We got a piece of ham. I'm assuming that this is basically nature's ballistics gel, so let's see what this thing can do. Oh, I'll never get used to that. That's just, oh, wow. Oh, gosh, look at that though. Wait, can I? Oh my God. I kind of want to see if I can do curves. Oh, I can do curves. I'm going to use this piece of foam instead of the plate because the plate is about to explode, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, I want to see how thin of a slice I can make with this thing. It's just all in the fine muscle control. Oh, that's pretty thin. That's pretty thin. That's not bad. Check that out. I mean, it's still a little thick, but it's also kind of thin. Honestly, dude, I bet this would just work. Wait. I bet I could do shapes. I bet I could do shapes in this. Hold on. Let me just, oh, okay, just gotta not cut myself. Here we go. It's tough to get it started, but once it gets started. Are you seeing this? You know what a pain in the ass it can be sometimes to cut EVA foam? Look at that! Look, if there was conventions right now, I could make like a sweet, like Din Djarin, Mandalorian cosplay armor right now. Dude! I don't know why when I try and make things that are useful, they end up useless, and then when I try and make things that are useless, they're actually kind of useful. It did it! Oh, it was very loud and awful, and also that's like a pretty clean cut, all things considered. You could not do that with a knife that was not vibrating, right? Like if this knife was not shaking 10,000 times a minute, you could not, it just wouldn't happen. I could cut stuff all day. I know that because I did cut stuff all day. And yes, the blades did get really dull, but I made a fresh pair to set to this old Tony. But we gotta move on to dessert. Let me just get in and clear this table off really quick. Ho, ho, ho! My Secret Santa turned out to be Kids Invent Stuff, and they're actually the ones who organize this whole Secret Santa. If you don't know them, they're a smaller channel that takes kids' invention ideas and builds them in real life. It's a hoot and a half, so make sure you check them out. And they've sent me a very, very big box. This is very exciting. It's not Legos. Oh, easy. Easy does it. Yeah. Hashtag YouTube Maker Secret Santa. Very good branding, very good. This is the, where the idea came from. Zach, age 6, and it's a hat that feeds you cheese. I'm wondering what could be in this one, seeing as how the first one kind of spilled the beans. I hope it's money. Oh, this is like the instruction manual. RTFM. Yeah. The Make Alan Great Again hat. Oh my god, it's really more of a helmet than a hat. There's a helmet on the inside. It does feel very patriotic. Okay, so now I just need to read the instructions and figure out what I'm doing with this thing. It's a little tight on the neck. Oh boy, I sure love freedom and America. Nothing like sitting on the couch watching the game with a plate of nachos. Nothing more American than nachos. Unfortunately, these nachos are all gross and plain. Here we go. Oh, God bless America. It's shaking on my head. There was already cheese in there from before. I'm getting cheese. Freedom everywhere. Okay, but you know what? Being part of America also means trying to have good habits. So let's get a little shredded lettuce out of this bad boy. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't like the lettuce. No, okay, you know what? The lettuce, no, there's nothing more American than not eating lettuce. I've just realized. Hooray! For freedom, for cheese, and for this plate of nachos, which I think is very, very symbolic of the state of our country right now. Well, thank you guys. That was an adventure. My head is thoroughly massaged, and I just want to wish y'all and everyone else out there Merry Christmas.